When I was up by 100 at one point. I was up by 120 at one point, and then his players decide to do something.
Yep.
It's every week. It doesn't matter. I could be up 200 against him, and then all his players could go, oh, this, and then have a 270 freaking point day.
Well, he does have 4 sluggers on his team.
Yes, I
that
know, but you know what I'm
routinely get
saying,
home
right?
runs.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
I do. So week 12 has just ended. Week 12 was a very, very interesting one because a couple things happened I didn't think were going to happen, and a lot of interesting things happened that I hoped would happen did happen. First off, Corey, nice job holding on to that for as many days as you did. Like,
I had
holy
it
cow.
going into, I think, the last day.
The last day. You had it going the last day.
No, I had it going into Saturday because of Valdi.
Oh, yeah.
I had it going into Saturday, and then I got, because he had J-Rod, and I did put Rojas in when I had him.
You lost 14 points because of Paddock and Garcia. 14 points.
I had 0 from Evaldi. I had they had it switched it from -2 to 0.
It's better to have 0 than negative.
Yeah, because that 14 points could have put you at 7 or 696. So you'd only been behind by 8 points, but you were down by 22 because of it. But even then, like, that was probably one of your best weeks of holding on to it, managing your roster. You had a lot of guys that were going off on the bench, which continue to put the good guys in, take the bad guys out. Rose actually had a lot of people on the bench last week that
it felt like he because I think now I'm kind of starting to get the Shane treatment. Like, oh, playing him, Kim, we don't need to touch his shit. You know what I mean? We don't need to touch our roster. We're playing him.
Playing who?
That was going to be the upset of the year.
No, Rose does change his roster around, but every time he puts someone on the bench, they score points, which is really fucking funny. Like,
worse than me. And I thought mine was bad.
On Thursday and Friday, he had 107 and 105 points on the bench because of 3 batters. 3 batters and then 1 pitcher. It was absolutely hilarious to pull that up and look at that. Whereas you had, like, your lowest was -3. I felt like I was a lot more
accurate this week, but I know we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll just say it right now. Your accuracy was 89%. Like, your most accurate week
I think that's the highest I've had all year.
I think so.
But it's just, I think it's beating a dead horse. It's the same thing I said last week. When I was up by 100 at one point. I was up by 120 at one point, and then his players decide to do something.
Yep.
It's every week. It doesn't matter. I could be up 200 against him, and then all his players could go, oh, this, and then have a 270 freaking point day.
Well, he does have 4 sluggers on his team.
Yes, I know, but you know what I'm saying,
get home
right?
runs.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
I do.
Is that, like, you did it to me twice. I was up on 100 or once. I was up by 100 on you the first time you and I played, and then my team disappeared, and you guys, oh, we got to do something, and then hit the ball. It's frustrating.
I mean, hey, if your team can routinely manage to score high 600s, you'll beat Chris, and you'll almost beat Marith, and you'll almost beat Rose.
And then by some miracle, he'll beat Shane.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, there's that.
And then
I was banking on an upset of the year. And
I almost had it this week, but my pitchers lost 39 points this week.
What is up with your pitchers? What is up with your pitchers?
I don't know. Dylan Cease usually gets at least 10 or whatever it is. He lost 16. Or no, he lost 11. And then Doval lost 16 points, so I lost 27
in one outing.
So I lost 27 points. And then Verlander didn't even play on Saturday because he got pulled out for some kind of weird injury or whatever, so they scratched him from the roster. So I missed out on one pitcher entirely that should have been playing, and I lost points. So I lost because of pitching. That's the only reason why.
That's what happened with me and Yamamoto. He pitched 2/3 of an inning and was gone.
Yamamoto's hurt.
I know, but last week he pitched. That's when he got hurt.
Yamamoto's not going to play the remainder of the season. Like, he's done. He blew his rotator cuff out.
Dropped. Good, he's getting dropped.
He
right this second.
He threw his rotator cuff out. He's supposed to miss the next 3 months, meaning he's not playing.
Tommy John too.
That's no.
He can't.
Tommy John is not a rotator
surgery.
cuff. Tommy John is right here. It's the UCL.
So
okay. Wait. When we put the intro thing on the bottom, what does it say for me?
Clueless. Yeah.
There we go.
That's very true. So, but you left.
What's the other intro?
You had you had Luke Weaver. He pitched an inning on the 13th, and then Fod pitched on the 13th. You had both of them benched. That was 40 points. Now I know you pulled Fod off because you wanted to get 13 on Sunday, not just have 12.
Poor is one.
That backfired. Because if you didn't have
No. And if I pulled Fott out because I would have had 15 pitchers on Sunday total. That's why. And then because
so you would have had no one
I had
pitching.
nobody. You're right, exactly.
But the people that lost you points on Sunday would have not counted towards your score.
Basically.
Like you wouldn't have lost a point from Weaver, wouldn't have lost 11 from Cease, and you would have actually would actually washed because you would have earned points from Fod and gained none from Crawford. You actually would have lost more points on.
Fott was only on my team because he was a placeholder for who was it? Not Cease, not Verlander. Who's a placeholder for somebody? I think I might have dropped him since because of the shit performance. That's what I think.
Okay. I mean, I was going to pick up Fott. I was going to drop somebody, and you picked him up, so I just had to go with who I had. And I still did fine this week with who I had, but you took that from me. I was actually texting my sister on Friday because it was a really close game. It was a really close game, and then just walked away from her. Absolutely walked away from her. I had a 251-point day on Friday. And then we ended up tying on Sunday. My first tie game in a couple weeks. My first tied day. Like, all around, decent baseball and kicking some people's butts.
And the funny,
I was worried about the kid.
The funny thing is, Romero also lost points today.
I saw that.
I should be ahead right now, but I'm not.
I was worried about the kid.
Why so?
He was neck and neck with Shane for the first 4 days. And barely anything was going on. And then he got a whole bunch of points on Friday. And then almost tied on Saturday. And then got a whole bunch of points on Sunday.
Bot versus bot.
Hadn't gotten...
Bot versus bot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it was like, oh, is Shane going to win this one? Is Shane actually going to win this one? Oh, nope. There goes the kid. Okay, cool. I see now. And then Corey made another move. What move did you just make this time, Corey?
Picked up a dude from Texas.
Oh, Lorenzen? Okay.
Be careful with him. He's very unpredictable.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes, he is.
Am I allowed to share something?
No.
Okay. So so you know on the screen when you like pull them up. Anyways, when you pull it up and then you look at like on the right where it shows their recent games. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Is there a negative? Is there a 0? Like, if it's below, if he has 3 games below 20, out. I'm not going to pick you up. Lorenz has got 4 games over 30 in his last 6.
That is also not a good way to do things.
Who are they pitching against? Is it lefty versus righty? How many strikeouts? How many base on balls?
You need to look.
What are the actual stat
You need to also look at which team is going to be playing them within their rotation. So because it's generally every 5 days, kind of where pitchers sit. Every 5 days is when they're on.
Unless you're the Dodgers.
Unless you're the Dodgers, that's every 4 or some crazy stupid thing like that. Which is why Yamamoto's now fucking hurt because they won't give him a 5th. They won't give him a 5th starter for some reason. Keep an eye on that because for instance, if you throw a lefty at the Mariners, good fucking luck. They're going to hit off that lefty like it's nothing. But if you put a
That's
lefty
why I
up
didn't pick
against
up
New
the lefty
York,
from Cleveland, that's pitching.
but if you put
Bob.
a lefty up against New York, they can't hit off of them, so there's that. So keep an eye up on
Yeah.
that too. It's another thing to look at.
I think it was like what, a 15% dispersion the other direction for the Yankees on they can't hit lefties,
Yankees,
but they can hit righties like
Yankees
crazy.
hitting what last time I checked was 175 against lefties, but 303 against righties. It was bad. I haven't checked in a long time. It's been a while, but it is that bad. Versus the Mariners, they're the opposite. They're real high 280-ish against lefties, but 240 against righties. So kind of really depends on what you're looking at.
Well, okay, so I just want to say this real quick. There was a newsreel earlier this week, I don't remember who it was, but someone swung like Javier Baez on the Mariners at the plate 4 pitches in a row trying to get a hold of the ball, and they ended up getting struck out. I don't remember who it was, but the headline said, what was it?
It wasn't Julio.
What? No, I don't think it was Julio. But all I saw the highlight was, looks like Javier Baez is in Seattle today. I was like, what?
Was it against the Rangers?
I think so.
The very first thing is for 2023. Bryce Miller made Javier Baez look like Javier Baez.
Okay, so that's what it was. Okay, yeah, that
was a long time ago. That was last year. It was a
I had
53
that pop up,
seconds.
like recently.
It's 53 seconds, and he threw 3 pitches that were out of the strike zone on purpose because he's like, it's Javier Baez, and he swung at all 3.
He's gonna swing it. Yep, and he sure as hell did. Did you know that the player with the most points from last week was a free agent player, and they were a catcher, first baseman, third baseman? Sandstrom.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember his name. I'm trying to remember who it was because it's in our chat, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, Soderstrom, a free agent, earned 118 points,
Which is weird. I'm not picking him up.
and he plays for the Athletics. He's a catcher, first baseman. He's recently got called up. He's not been playing very recently, but he has a 250, 357, 464 slash line and 5 home runs with 13 RBIs and 9 runs scored with 3 doubles over 31 games. He's insane, and he's a catcher, first baseman. He's only at 300 points because he's not been playing, but he's earned almost half of his points in the last 7 days.
Meaning he just started
nuts.
playing consistently then.
Yep. He's 22 years old. And he looks like if he can continue that, he'll probably be a starter for the Athletics.
No. Wrong
No?
answer. Wrong answer. He will not be a starter for the Athletics. He'll be a trade prospect for the Athletics. Get it right.
Okay. Whatever. My bad. Hold up on that one. Okay. But when we look at people who were top performers last week, he was number 1. And then the other 2 that we had, which I find really interesting, Ethan had one, Matt Olson at 117, and Santana Miras player who was on the bench 3 of the days at 106 points. So 3 people over 100, one of them free agent, 2 of them on other people's teams, and then Christian Walker from the Diamondbacks at 105. And then the spread is insane on people wherever. There's a lot of people in 60s, a couple in 70s, quite a few in the 50s, and only like 3 in the 90s. But, of course, Logan Gilbert, 92 points, earned last week. Guy is insanely performing well.
Half of that was on one day. I don't want to hear that.
I know. I watched the recap of that game.
I was watching it, and I'm like, oh my god, will somebody please rough him up? Like, oh my god. He's from my team. about my team. But for the love of God, somebody rough him up. Hurry up. Because I was getting... The more he went, the deeper the hole was going to get.
Yep. And the
And
deeper
it
that
only
hole got
to
for you.
22. It only got to 22. After he was done, I was down 22 going into Devers and Verdugo.
You want to guess who had the most points earned in a single day last week?
Not me. You probably. You're at like 200 and something points
Me.
at some point.
You are absolutely wrong.
Really? Who was it?
Not me.
I don't think it was me.
Cooper at 200. Oh, no, that's sorry, it's week 11.
Yeah,
I bet,
like
yeah.
that was last week, dude. I had like 300 points one day.
It was me at 251 with Ethan at 204. Corey, you had 160. You had 184, Coop.
That's what I
Your
expected.
average, Corey, was actually at a 97, whereas
That's the highest it's been.
no, your highest was at 104. Your highest was 104.
Shane, probably.
Shane's was actually at 60 points average
No,
per
I meant
day.
going up against Shane.
Oh.
Probably.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe. Your average points per day on the bench was 27. Coop, yeah, yours was 15, Coop, but Corey's was 27. Mirrors was 39. The kids was 40. Shane's was 25, and Rose's was 43.
Got the heebie-jeebies over there.
So, no, catch up on my lap, scratching me. Good lord. You almost had a perfect week. You almost won all 7 games, Coop, but then 2 of those days you lost just
By
barely.
like 5 points to something one day and by 10 points the next, or 20 or whatever it was, which caused that problem in the first place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 22 points on day 4, and then Ethan's 123 point difference against you on Saturday took that from you, but which is the reason why he won that was on Saturday. If I didn't have that blowout day, you'd have still had that victory. Corey, you, aside from how you're feeling, your team actually got 3 out of 4 days won last week.
I felt okay with it. It's just it happened again. It's just when the other team needs points and I'm beating the hell out of them, it just falls apart.
which is perfect
It's
for me
alright.
this week.
Yeah. I mean, like, you lost on
I'm
day
gonna
1 by
flip.
50 points.
I'm not kidding. If I'm up on you by 200 and I get squashed, I'm gonna be pissed.
You lost by 50 on game 1, Corey. You won by 41 game 2. You lost by 2 points on Wednesday. You won by 75 on Thursday.
That's 'cause I had 4 more guys going on him.
You
than that.
lost by 46 on Friday. You won by 3 on Saturday, and then you lost by 43 on Sunday. So, like, not even that bad of a run spread. Like, honestly,
I
you're
had
doing a lot
5
better.
pitchers Saturday and I got 1 positive in that. I had 5 because Paddock didn't go.
Yeah.
Paddock
That's
got
true.
hurt. Paddock
That
So,
didn't pitch.
out of curiosity, Corey, have you learned something so far with this fantasy league?
Yeah, stop playing with you guys is
No,
what I've
no,
learned.
that's not what I'm asking. That's not what I'm asking. Have you learned something with this fantasy league this year? Of
Like
how
the
it works,
patterns
of
or
how it
something like
works,
that?
right? Have
Yeah.
you noticed that all the players that were sitting there expecting to do well, right, are not doing
Haven't
well
done it. And all the guys you don't expect are.
because it's not. Baseball is a weird sport. You know this.
Mhm.
There's only one player or 2 players that should always do well, or no, 3 players. Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, and Shohei Ohtani should be consistently good every single year. Every other year they're not. Every other player is really not. It's really up and down. It's based off of how well they do this year, because they can have immaculate years to follow the year before and then play like absolute garbage. Like Paul Sewald, for instance, immaculate year last year, not playing that great this year.
Julio but didn't he play better last year than he did his
He played better last year is what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not that great this year.
He's not playing as well as he was.
Seawald's actually got quite a few saves this year so
He's
far.
got. Oh, he does. He turned it around. .77 ERA.
Mhm.
So I'm definitely wrong about that.
I had to check you real quick because he's been doing pretty damn good. He's not been pitching very frequently because they've been giving someone else the horn. But when he comes in, he typically gets to say,
He's only pitched 11 innings.
yeah, but he's had 2 outings of one pitch because he did come back late May from his injury.
Yeah, well, the Diamondbacks are probably saving him for the playoffs. If they go this year, they're probably saving him.
Probably. I mean, like, ultimately, right now, what we want to try to do, Corey, is help you earn as many points a day as possible. Because just having starting pitchers in your relief pitcher spots is not going to earn you points. But fun fact, pull up Hendricks real quick. Pull up Kyle Hendricks and just look at his stat line. I was blown away by this when I saw this.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Look at his total points earned the last 5 starts.
Oh, we're talking about fantasy, not their actual pitch line. My bad. Hold on, players. You said Hendricks?
25, 7, 16, 10, and 2.
And then look at his first starts, Corey.
All the way down at the bottom.
Well, he's stopped being a starter. He's now a run
Negative
relief.
7, 2,
So he had a really bad outing on May 21st, and he got sent down to the minors, and he was pitching for Iowa for a while on his rehab assignment. He came back up, they put him in the bullpen, and he has done an incredible job since then. And then now that Wicks is injured, he's back on the starting lineup as one of the starting pitchers for now until Wicks comes back. So hopefully he'll maintain that, but if you wanted a good relief pitcher spot, you could put Hendricks in. He'd give you points constantly. He pitches like twice a week, a couple innings.
I wouldn't grab Hendricks personally. I wouldn't grab Hendricks, not as a relief. Because if you have somebody in a relief spot that's taking that relief spot and they start, they're considered a starter.
Yep.
So keep that. You can put him in, but I personally would not. I would not be picking him up. That's my opinion anyway.
I'm waiting for him to go back to being a reliever, and I'm going to see how Runoff does, and I'll pull him.
He also might just be a long starter or a short starter where he's 3 to 4 innings, and that's all they have to do.
Maybe. Maybe. Because he does fall apart the longer he's in the game. But yeah, that's a couple things I wanted to cover this week for our thing. I was just more interested in the scores and how close a lot of those games were. And Corey, do it again this week.
Don't do it again this week.
Against Cooper.
I'll do it again this week.
Don't.
Wait, who am I playing this week?
Yeah, no, do it again this week. Do it again this week. Lose by 22 points. Do it again this week. You can do that again. Keep in mind, I have thinned out quite a bit since I went against, since you and I have done. I've changed a lot.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. I'll be up on you by 200, and you'll find a way.
Just wait, wait. Scherzer's coming back this week. You're gonna have to do with Scherzer once. Darvish is coming back this week. You're gonna have to do with Darvish this week. And Kyle Bradish is coming back this week. Kyle Bradish is coming back this week. You're gonna have to deal with Bradish. And Verlander's coming back this week. You're gonna have to deal with Verlander. So good luck.
What'd you do? Pick up the retirement home?
I picked up known aces that are going to perform
34,
well.
35,
I
36.
did not pick up Scherzer until I could put him directly on the IL. I grabbed him last week when I had Bradish go back on the IL. As soon as he went back on the IL, I grabbed Scherzer and Darvish back and put them both on the IL. And then grab somebody who I plan on probably just dropping at the end, and it's probably fucking gonna be oh yeah, that's right, I can't. Yordan Alvarez is undroppable.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous in my opinion, but
I'm so glad I was able to get rid of Acuna.
You can drop Alvarez if he's on the season-ending injury.
He doesn't go on the IL though. Alvarez has never been on the IL. His last injury was like 5 years ago. So he does not go on the injured list.
So he's just not playing.
He sucks.
Very well.
He has 411 points this year. He's terrible. He has lost points or got 0 way too many damn times. He's like no points, 26 points. No points, 18 points. No points, 13, 24. No points, 17. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
It's ridiculous.
I see that,
He's
yeah.
too it's too unknown. Although the Astros suck this year, so that's most likely the reason why.
Yeah.
So here's something we can I want to add real quick. You heard how Garver played with the Texas Rangers this year or last year. And then they traded the Mariners signed him this year.
Because I want to say something. Goop, look at your phone for a second.
No.
I need to know.
It's fake.
Never
It's
mind,
fake.
keep going.
I saw it a couple days ago. It's fake.
Okay, yeah, I saw it yesterday, so that's why I was
fake.
asking.
Yeah, they Fax News or whatever it is, or MLB Fax News. Like it looks like Fox News.
Mhm.
It's not. It's a satire. It's a satire reels page.
Oh,
So if you say anything Fax
Anyway,
News,
sorry.
it's fake. So
didn't mean to interrupt. I just didn't know if we were talking the Astros. I didn't know.
yeah.
If you knew.
So anyway, so Luke, Mitch Garver played for the Texas last year, and then he signed as a permanent DH. He went against the Rangers in the first inning, hit a 3-run home run off of one of the starting pitchers that he caught for last year. It was great, and his whole thing was, I knew where it was gonna go because I caught for him last year. So yeah.
Never make your catchers upset because they'll remember that pitch, that spot, and know exactly where it's going
And
to
it
go.
was a changeup too. He had a changeup as a home run. He knew what it was where it was going to go. It's great.
He was not fooled by it
No,
at all.
absolutely not.
All right, guys. So
Was that the get fucked up? Was that the get fucked inning? You texted me that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's ask this question.
I was sitting in a bar when you texted me that, and I just tossed my phone across the table. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore.
You're done? Not playing anymore? You never really join in anymore. You're not fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out from you guys who you think is going to win this week. Because I am curious.
Me.
Who do you think?
Me.
That was quick.
Me.
Me.
Sound like the freaking Pelicans for fighting me.
Mine.
Mine.
The Seagulls.
Okay. All right, Corey. Seriously, who do you think you're gonna win this week?
If I get a lead and I can hold it, he's got no chance.
Okay.
If
That's your game. Me and Ethan. Who do you think's gonna
Ethan.
win? That was very fast there, Coop. Very fast there.
wait,
Coop.
hang on a second.
Currently, I am beating Ethan by 6 points.
That's not what I.
Currently.
You. I'm not gonna catch him, but he's in my division. You. Am I at the bottom right now?
Yes.
Well,
Not counting Shane. Yes.
You have 4 pitchers tomorrow, Corey.
I know, and one of them's my ace, so.
Nola.
Yep.
All right,
I don't
Corey.
think I have any tomorrow.
Who's winning, me or Ethan?
I got none tomorrow.
Ethan,
Who's winning, Mirth or Shane?
Shane.
You're gonna actually
Yeah.
write that one down. Okay. Okay. Rose or the kid?
Rose.
Is the kid? Okay, wait. I have to ask Dad. Hang on a second. Is the kid able to touch his stuff this
Yeah.
week?
I
Do
haven't.
it
No,
all?
he's on summer break.
Oh,
He left Max Fried literally on the bench today and didn't put him in.
already? Rose.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't know when they got. I thought they got out like the 21st or something, like we used to.
All right, Cooper. You think Ethan's gonna beat
Yeah.
me? You think Mirth or Shane?
Mirth.
Kid or Rose?
Rose.
All right. Now
And then
you
me,
were
right?
you were Corey.
And then
Me.
me, right?
Okay.
Wow, I am light this week.
Are you?
Yeah, I got no pitchers tomorrow. I got 2 on Wednesday. Got none on Thursday.
Corey, leave that bird in the cage.
5 total Friday. 7. I'm going to have to make some changes. 8. I got 8 pitching this week.
You have 8 pitching this week?
You're not allowed to make a change. It's in the rule book. After an X amount of weeks, you can't make a change. Even though I just like flipped like half my roster.
Corey? All right,
Just
so
flipped, like half my
do you
roster.
only have 8 pitching this week because of all the guys you have injured?
No.
Or is it just because of the rotation of your teams?
I think it's just the rotations this week. It's weird.
6.
Is it worth dropping players to attempt to try to get more points and potentially lose picking them back up?
Let me see. Radish is returning on the 19th of July. Scherzer is returning on the 21st. Darvish is
Which is
returning
Friday,
on
right?
the 24th, which is next week. So Darvish
Tuesday.
makes 9.
11. I only have
Darvish is
11,
Monday.
so
Darvish is not
I only
Monday.
have 11 all
Yeah,
week.
Darvish is
24th is
Darvish
Monday.
is Monday. Yeah, I might have to. We'll see. Well, the only thing I can do is say we'll see as it gets closer to the next weekend, and then I'll make a decision on what I'm going to do. Because if I make any moves, it'll be for a Sunday. It would be for a Sunday stint. Probably pull as many as I can for Sunday to see who's available. But it also depends on who's there. Because if it's terrible pitchers, no point. So just really kind of
Well, I
depends.
know that I'm going to have 12 and Ethan's going to have 8.
I have 11.
Yeah, so I have 9 possibly this week. But depending on how Scherzer does, I might not even be necessary.
If your guys can actually pitch and not lose points, they'll do
Exactly.
fine.
Lose points. Lose points.
I know Corey wants to not be 4-9 coming out of this week.
I hope he is.
I'm gonna be. I'm probably gonna be 4-12 coming out of all of this. So
No, you're going to be 5-11.
no, I'm not. It's Coop, you, Ethan, the kid, and then the kid, and then Mirith, and then Shane. So I have another 7 weeks till I get to Shane again.
Before the All-Star break, I play Shane. And then the All-Star
course.
break, I play Rose. You have Shane the All-Star break week, Coop. You have a completely free 2 weeks. So, yeah.
It's not
Whereas-
2 matchups,
So then
though. It's just
you
the
next
one.
week, and then
It's 10 days
Yeah,
of
it's just the
baseball.
one matchup, though. It's not multiple.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 10 days.
And I honestly,
So
I just
you're-
gotta leave everything alone if that's gonna be the case.
Yeah. Whereas you, Corey, you play Mirith for 10 days of baseball.
oh, never mind. I got
All-Star.
it. Never mind. I got it all back. Got it all backwards. Because next week it's you, next week it's me and you, and then it's me and the kid, and then it's me and Mirith, or me and Ethan, and then me and Mirith, or me and Shane, me and Rose again August, and then the middle of August it's me and Cooper.
When do you play Shane again? You play Shane week 18, the beginning of
Me
August.
or him?
Yeah.
Corey. Shane's
Yeah, the
last
19th,
matchup is against the kid. You play Shane the second to last week, and you finish playing Rose. Sorry. I finished playing Mirith. So it's going to be interesting. We're getting closer and closer to the All-Star break, being able to talk about it. We're getting further into the season, being able to figure it out. I'm officially the first one to 10 wins, and we're going to see how everything shakes up next week.
It still puts me in the playoffs, though.
It still puts you as seed number as one of the wild card spots right now. Yeah,
I get a participation trophy.
you go to the consolidation bracket against Shane. And then you'll
Good.
beat Shane and then
Good.
play
I'm
whoever
gonna
loses.
get an actual trophy for sucking. Awesome. Like I said, I get a freaking blue ribbon on my chest that says participant.
We know you deserve it. But yeah, that's all I've got for this week, guys.
Wait, hang on. League commissioner's first one to 1,000. Little fishy. That's all I gotta say. League commissioner's first one to 10 wins.
We have to hold a vote. I'm gonna put it in the chat. We have to hold a vote for next season, and whether or not Robbie stays as commissioner.
Why would I not be commissioner next year?
Because you're gonna be
You're cheating.
dethroned.
You're out.
It's a democracy, we're not Commissar Robbie. It's a democracy.
Who would be commissioner next
No,
year?
you're
or Corey?
Commissar, not commissioner. Commissar. You're from Russia. You're secretly from Russia. You make it to where you win every single game. That's what it is.
Not a democracy. It's a dictatorship. And it's
Commissar.
I am not cheating.
He just gives himself just enough points. Just enough. Nobody notices.
That 230-point win over Meredith last weck was not just enough points to win.
You told her to bench her players. Don't lie to us.
You gave yourself 10 points per day. You gave yourself just 10 points per day.
Because you have family ties. We know how you are.
Whatever. Alright. That's all I've got for this week before you crazy yapping say other weird stuff. So, alright guys, catch us next week on Monday for another awesome episode of Baseball Stat Nerds. And we'll see how 13 goes with these two duking it out this week. We'll see if Corey can actually win honestly and not by a fluke, or if he's going to get smashed by Cooper.
We'll see.
If I'm going to get flute.